history, there have been different kinds of therapies that have been used to help people. More recently, art has been used in therapy. Mental illnesses such as depression and anxiety are very real things that people all over the world struggle with. Whether or not you have been diagnosed with a mental illness, art can help relieve stress and can improve your health. Today I will be explaining what art therapy is, how art can improve your health, and I will be giving 2 examples. So first, art therapy is using paints or other materials to make art. The process itself is relaxing. It can allow someone to express themselves in a relaxing way, and it's a way for them to visualize their emotions and let their expressions out. So one of the main reasons that art can be effective is that it's a relaxing way for someone to express themselves. So because of this, there are other forms of therapy that are similar, such as like writing and dance. And although those can be effective, for some, art may be better because it can sometimes be hard to express yourself with dance or just text. And today, since we're using technology more and more, there's a man named Professor Horace Hoshi, and according to Time magazine, he teaches computer science at City University of Hong Kong. And he has created a sort of almost video game that allows kids to paint virtually by like throwing virtual paint at a screen. Art therapy has changed over time from when the idea first came about in the 1940s. It didn't really become a recognized profession or like a true form of therapy until the 1960s, and part of that is because of the American Journal of Art Therapy and the American Art Therapy Association. Both of those were established. Next, I'll be explaining how art can actually help your health. It can help whether you've been through like a traumatic experience, it can help with mental illnesses, or just the everyday stresses of life. Florence Nightingale once said, "Little as we know about the way in which we are affected by form, by color and light, we do know this, that they have an actual physical effect." And then in an article written by Kristen Hannum, Dr. Kathy Malchiotti said that art improves not only our quality of life, but also is effective in reducing pain, fatigue, and stress, and increasing cognitive abilities and emotional well-being. As I briefly mentioned before, one of the ways it does this is by allowing someone to express themselves using colors, shapes, symbolism, and just images. There are 2 men, Freud and can't remember the other man's name. The reason that they influenced art therapy is that they studied symbolism in dreams, and in art therapy, symbolism is important because it's how the therapist can like interpret and understand what a painting means. One of the ways that art therapy can help some people is like in a situation where they may be sick and not have much control over what kind of treatment they have to receive. Art can allow them to have control, and like something as simple as choosing which colors to use can help just a little. Art may also, it may be related to how the brain works. In an article for the U.S. News and World Report, there were studies at the Temple University in Philadelphia where subjects started doing different writing activities, and some of the subjects, there were found less amounts of a stress-related hormone called cortisol. There were fewer amounts in those subjects. And then in the same article, there was a different test, and it was various women that had been diagnosed with different forms of cancer participated in art-related activities. And after a while, some of the results included that they were feeling less pain, less fatigue, and just generally less stressful. And then art may even have some physical benefits, mostly because it can help relieve stress. Another article at the Saturday Evening Post, Dr. Brent Barr said, "When we reduce stress, we improve sleep and we improve the immune system." So it could possibly help. And then last, I will give 2 examples of people that art has helped. The first, in an article for the U.S. News and World Report, Marianne Mazak wrote that there was a 9-year-old girl named Laura Salamo, and she used art to heal after 9/11. She drew a picture of 2 girls talking, and one of them in the picture was about to cry, and they had been talking about how they love America, and then in the background were a bunch of buildings surrounding them. Afterwards, Laura said, "I felt so sad and happy when I drew this. I expressed all my feelings in this picture and got them all out." So that helped her with that. And then in the book Art Psychotherapy, there's a woman simply referred to as Mary. Before she started going to art therapy sessions, she was diagnosed with depression and had already attempted suicide once. While she was going to her art therapy sessions, she did attempt suicide a second time, but lived and continued going to the sessions. And then by the time she was through with the sessions, the book didn't say how she was doing in terms with her depression, but she was well enough that she had gained some confidence, and she was able to go back to work and back to her home. And she sounded pretty excited about that. And so in the book, these are some pictures that she drew. This was, she called it the sea, and it's like ocean waves slamming against this building, and it was supposed to represent her fury. And then a different picture she drew was called Bridge, and she said that it represents a bridge between her life at the hospital and life at home. Although art cannot magically make your life better, it does have some benefits. So today I've said what art therapy is, how it can improve your health, and I've given some examples. Even if you don't consider yourself a good artist, I encourage you to try art-related activities or find a productive way to relieve stress. Thank you for listening.